Hello, I'm Seth Johnson with Land to House. So it's time for us to start considering the front door of the tiny house. I've had a few options in mind. One was to buy a wooden door from Lowe's for $170 and cut it down and make it fit into our small opening, or get a metal door and do the same thing. But then I got to thinking, with the help of my mother, why don't I just build one and stick it in there? Because that way I know it fits and I can make it look how I want. Well, I'm going to take her advice and make a door. So this is going to be probably a multi-part video because I've never made a door before, and so we're just going to take this in steps. So let's get started. So the style door that I've selected to build is going to be a Dutch door, which means it has a top and a bottom half to it. So what I would like to do is it's going to be kind of short, but have the bottom part 34 inches tall. That way it lines up with my blocks, and so the top part will be above the blocks. So our first section of cuts will be 34 inches. I'm using 2x6s to build this door. Seems like it's very sturdy. So every 34 inches I'm going to cut this board. I've cut down 6 boards to 34 inches. I now have 6 boards at 34 inches. We're going to use 5 of these for the door, but I only need 1.5 inches more out of that board. So let's rip that down real quick. So here's the piece I just ripped down. It's a 1-inch strip, and then the rest of these here. And that makes our full width that we need. Now I'm going to be putting these together with some waterproof outdoor wood glue. And then I'm going to try something to keep these together very strongly. And that is to put one of these threaded rods through here. And I'll be using this really long drill bit to do that. And I've got 3 to put in this, and so I think it'll also really help to get this set with the wood glue in here. So let's see about putting some holes through here. So I've numbered all the boards 1 through 6, and now I've got a line drawn to where the drill is to be put. And so what I'm doing now, I'm marking here on the side, and then marking at the center of a board. I've got the vise off of my drill press, which I can't use because these boards are just too thick. But clamp that down, put a foot on it, and then what I'm doing is kind of watching down the bit to line up with this. And also there's a level on the top of the drill, so I'm kind of watching both of those at the same time. And then, because it doesn't pull the wood out very well, I'm having to clean the bit after every little bit. So very nice on that side, and slightly off over there. So we'll deal with that later. off to the next one. My dad made a suggestion, and that was to use a clamp along with my vise and drill 2 at a time. And that way, whenever it's time to come back later, I can use the second board for the third board. And that way it all works out evenly. Well, I finally got all the holes drilled in here. So for the last and first board, I need to have our hardware sunk into the board, and I'm gonna have to be able to use a socket. So I'm gonna use this 3/4 bit here to go down maybe 3/4 of an inch. So let's do that real quick. Let's see how well we did at getting these holes lined up. So far it's looking good. Took long enough. Nice. Oh yeah, real nice. Okay, so next I'm going to take wood glue and put a nice thick coat between each one of these boards, and then we're going to cinch this thing together. But first I better cut these threads down to length. So I decided that before I get these cut down, I would put some washers and the last nut on here just to make sure it's started. And I'm holding the other end here with some channel locks, just getting this on here. This thing is looking nice. I'm going to use a Sharpie here to mark where all these need to be cut off. I could always hook up the grinder, but I'm going to try it here with the hacksaw. This project is turning out to use every power tool that I own. Now it's time for some wood glue. I've not used this stuff in a long time. It's very runny. So this is what's going to make the airproof seal between these joints. I want it to be covered well enough. Let's see if that's good. Okay. Nice. I say nice a lot, don't I? Oh well. Maybe it is nice. This is my 4th Land a House video to film today, so I'm getting kind of tired. I'd say that's a generous amount of glue. I just went and got another socket set to get this tightened down. We should see a lot of glue come squirting out of this thing. Oops. It always helps to have your socket set turned to the right way. Well, this thing is solid. I picked it up and tried to flex it, and it does not budge. Very pleased with our progress so far. Well, it is 12:15 at night, and I am exhausted. So you're gonna have to wait till part 2 of our door build to see what happens next. Suspense, I know. Thanks for watching. I'm Seth Johnson with Land A House, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.